Welcome to Crafting at Home with Tully. My name's David, and today we are going to be making these lovely cupcake case flowers, like these two here, and using some leftover straws or our reusable straws. We're also going to be making some tulips like that as well. So there's plenty of different things to do today. We're going to start off with our cupcake flowers, and we'll get back onto the straw ones in a little bit. So for these, we have a few supplies that you'll need to go and get. First of all, you need a cupcake case. You'll also need, I would say, green card for the stem, but you could always use any colour card or paper and colour it in yourself as well. Now, I've used orange and red for my petals today, but you could use whichever colours you want. I'd also suggest some cream card or paper, or white card or paper for the back, just to make that back of your cupcake case a little bit stronger, because they are sometimes a little flimsy. You'll also need a good stack of pens or colouring pencils, some scissors, and if you're using scissors like the ones I'm using, you'll need to get an adult's permission. I would suggest using slightly smaller scissors than these actually. And then finally, you'll need a glue stick or some sellotape. I just generally prefer a glue stick because it's a little bit easier. Okay, so to make a cupcake flower, you'll need to first of all clear your table again. There we go. And you'll need to keep your cupcake case out. So if you very carefully pull at bits of the cupcake case, you'll see it starts to expand a little bit. And that's exactly what we want it to do. So we can expand that a little bit, ready to be the centre of the flower. Now, you can draw lots of different things in your flower. So this one's got some lovely patterns. This one's got amazing patterns too. I'm going to do something a little bit quicker. So I'm going to draw a silly face in mine. I'm going to draw a big eye and another big eye, a big nose and a big cheesy grin. There we go. So that's my flower ready to go. So I'm going to set this just to one side. I'm going to make some petals. So this is where we need the red paper and the orange paper. Now, to make a good set of petals, the best way to do it is actually to fold your paper a few times, and then you can cut out 3 or 4 different petals from one sheet of paper nice and quickly, and they'll all be about the same size. That's what I'm going to do now. So if you start cutting a little bit and then flip it over and cut again, you should get 4 petals that are almost exactly the same. Now we'll put these aside. Any bits that you can reuse we'll pop aside anyway. Any bits that need to get thrown out we'll pop in the recycling later. Now I've done something a little nifty. We've done a bit of a design on ours, just like this, nice stripy lines, nice and simple, just to give it a bit of an extra look, really. And here are a few that I did earlier. Now, with these ones that you've got the nice stripes on, you'll need to put glue all the way around your cupcake case and start to stick them on. Now we've also done the same with some orange petals too. So we've got 2 different colours of petal going into this flower. Here is the one we started earlier. So you put the glue all the way around your case and stick the petals in as you go. As you can see, I've got a couple more left, so I'll just finish that bit off. So a wee bit of glue there. Stick these ones in, and there we have a nice cheesy flower. Now unfortunately, the back of this flower is a little flimsy, so we need to get the cream card again, and I've cut mine into a small square just to go on the back. So we'll pop a wee bit of glue here, and then flip our flower over and stick that square of card to the back. Now you can see the face a bit better, but also it's made the back of the cupcake case a little bit more sturdy, ready for your stem. So for the stem, you'll need some green card. I'm going to cut a good strip out of this, ready to be a flower stem. Whoops, I dropped the glue. So we'll stick that to the back of our flower. Make sure, if you've done a design like my face that needs to be the right way up, make sure you stick it the right way up, because otherwise you'll have an upside down face and it'll look very silly. So now we have a flower on a stick. The last thing you need to do is get your green piece of paper and make a couple of nice leaves out of it. I'm going to just cut simple leaf shape out of this one. There we go. That's 2 leaves ready to go. And we can draw the veins on the leaves just like that. Nice and quick. And again, you will have a lot more time to do this, so you can do some really fancy designs if you want. Once you've got these on, just a little bit of glue on the back and stick it onto your flower stem. And there we go. Now these flowers, they don't stand up very well, but you could put them on a card, or you could make a display out of them, or you could even make some smaller ones to go around it as well. So those are the cupcake case flowers. And as you can see, we've done a few different designs. We've done different designs on the leaves as well. Some without designs. There's plenty of different options you can do with these lovely flowers. Now, I did say we were actually going to do 2 crafts today. So my other craft is a very, very simple one. I actually really like these because they look really cool. So this is a straw tulip. Now, as you can see, what we've done is we've used some reusable straws that we have lying around the house. Not using them at the moment, so we could put these in a little glass or in a little vase to make them look really pretty. But what I would suggest is have a little look, see if you've got any straws around the house. You could also do this with other things that are like a stick shape. You could do them on a flat, on pencils and things like that as well. So you could make a pencil flower. Now I'm going to use this reusable straw that I have to make a tulip. So the first thing you need is a piece of blue paper. The only other thing you'll need for this will be some sort of pencil and some scissors. So it's really, really quick craft, this one. Now, as you can see with this one, the card has been folded to make it into this lovely shape. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to fold this into shape, just then we know what shape we're going to be cutting out in a second. So I find it easier to do the folds first, because later on when we cut it, we don't want the top of the flower to fall off. So I've folded mine already, and then you want to unfold it as much as you can. And have a think about what sort of shape you want your flower to be. Now I'm going to do a tulip, so I'm going to quickly draw on a sort of tulip shape, ready to be cut out. So there we go. Looks a little bit like a dinosaur foot as well. Now, I'm going to cut along my line. Don't worry if you go off the line, because it's not too important if you go off the lines here. I'm going to cut out my tulip. Just like that. Just neaten it up a little bit, and then pop these away to be recycled later. Now this is where the pencil comes in, because we're going to need to put this straw through there, and unfortunately straws are very, very blunt. They won't go through anything. So you might need to ask a grown-up's permission or for a grown-up's help with this. And I would suggest using the point of your pencil just to poke a hole through, and just be careful of your fingers on the other side as you push it through. So make a nice hole straight through, pull it out, and then I've got a hole there. Fold it to the middle, poke hole through the next piece, and make sure all your holes line up. That's why I'm doing it quite slowly. So my next one I'm going to fold there. I can see where my hole is. So I'm going to poke that through again. And I've got one last one to do. So I'm going to poke this last hole through. And there we go. Now unfortunately that one I made a little bit of a hole in the top of my flower. But that's not too bad. We'll pop the straw through just like this, do it like a zigzaggy pattern. And now because I've made a big hole in the top of my flower, I'm going to have to just prop it like that. But actually, it still looks quite nice. It's not too bad. Now what you can do here is you could get a jar or a glass or something like that to put these on display in the house. Now, I really hope you've enjoyed these two crafts. Hope they keep you entertained. And I'll see you next time, ready for another craft.